pussy.
Y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I am Mahliyah K. If you already subscribed, what's up fam, and welcome back, and thank you for rocking with me. But anyway, this video is going to be the story time video to when Mahliyah put a girl head in the toilet. I know what y'all thinking, like what type of girl would let another girl put her head in the toilet? But I was young. I do not think this is, well, now that I look at it, I kind of think it's like a little bit funny. But y'all will see the reasons of why I did it. I was not a bully. I was not trying to be a bully. I do not condone anybody to do anything like this. This is a life learned lesson. Like, if my daughters did this to somebody, I would probably go ape wall. Like, this is not okay. Like, you do not do this to another kid. It's not okay. So, I was younger. And me being younger, I got an older brother. Now, my brother is not a fighter at all. He was not a fighter. Like, he was the type of boy, we like light and day. Like, he was quiet, I was loud. He was soft, I was rough. Like, that's just how it was. So, basically, long story short, I'm not going to say this dude would pick on him, but my uncle, God rest his soul, had a bus company. And a bus company will basically transport us home to school, etc., etc. So, we used to ride the bus company, and we didn't even get no free rides, so. But anyway, we used to ride the bus company or whatever. And also, another dude that, a brother and a sister did too. Now, the brother, I think he was, you know, like the same age as my brother, but I know his sister was the same age as me. So, it's kind of like, you know, like, the brother is the same age, the sister is the same age type thing. So, basically, long story short, this boy, we're going to call him Tyler, because I really don't remember what his name is, but I know the girl name is Brianna, and I only say her name because this happened in, like, 1st, 2nd grade, so this happened so many years ago, and I have not spoken to her, I have not seen her, she probably don't even remember me, like, or I could have traumatized her for life, you know, whichever one comes first, whichever one comes first. So, basically, what happened was, this day on a bus route, Tyler had a do-rag. And back then, do-rags was popping. Like, now, I don't really see too many dudes wear do-rags, etc., etc. So, Tyler had a do-rag, and he would take the do-rag and wrap it and pop people. So, y'all know, like, even if you take a towel and you pop somebody, he would do that. So, he had popped my brother with the do-rag. Now, my brother told him, stop, don't pop me. Stop, don't pop me. Stop, don't pop me. So, I'm like, bro, like, stop it. Like, I was rough. Like, my uncle had already kicked me off the bus before because, like, I was so reckless. And, like, my mom and my grandma had to ask him to put me back on the bus. He's like, you know, she needs to behave on the bus. And I was a bad kid. Like, I was rough. But anyway, so he popped my brother one good last time. So my brother took his do-rag and he ripped it. So he's like, all in my brother's face, like, look, if you don't buy me another do-rag by tomorrow, we gonna fight. We gonna fight. We gonna fight. So I'm like, you ain't gonna fight nothing. So I'm arguing with him. And, you know, therefore, like, you're not finna punk my brother. Like, it's not finna happen. So, because my brother quiet, like, he's not gonna argue with you, but I will. So, anyway, we get home, and I don't really remember, but I don't really know if I end up telling my mom or my brother told my mom, but I'm gonna take it that I told my mom, because my brother did not want, like, you know, too much of, you know how moms is. So, that morning, we was the first people to get picked up. But anyway, that morning, my mom and my grandma, they go to the van and they heated, like, where that boy at that did that and said, if my son ain't buy him a new do-rag today. You know how moms is. Like, my mom, like, where he at? And my uncle's like, you know, like, they the first ones that get picked up, woo-woo. And, you know, I talked to him about it. So, basically, we get to Tyler and Brianna apartment, house, or whatever. And they get in, and Tyler like, you got my money or a new do-rag? And my brother like, no. And he like, okay, when we get to the school, we gonna fight. Now, how the school used to be, like, if y'all live in Chicago and y'all know Johnny Coleman Academy, that is the school that we used to go to. So, if anybody know about this school, the school has a big parking lot area, and that used to be kind of like the recess area, whatever, or like as kids getting dropped off, everybody standing, it had a gate, like it had a big parking lot outside, but it had a parking lot field like inside, also inside the gate for like recess and stuff like that. So he's like, when we get out of here, we're gonna fight and da 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 da. My brother, ignoring him, yeah, whatever. And I'm heated because like now you trying to fight, like now you going too overboard. So he thought he was gonna keep his word. So when we got out the van, I looked at my brother, and my brother was taking off his glasses. Like, okay, well, if he gonna try to swing, it is what it is. So I'm really feeling bad because I know my brother is not a fighter. I just know he's not. So the dude get out the truck and he's all like, yeah, so we're gonna fight. So as my brother taking off his glasses, I believe he knocked my brother glasses out his hand and stepped on his glasses. Oh, so he stepped on his glasses and he broke his glasses. But they didn't end up fighting. He just broke his glasses and kept it pushing. So I guess that was just like, I'm going to break your expensive glasses because you ripped my dollar do-rag. So I'm like, okay, you ain't fight him though. So we tried to look for his lens, like me, my brother and stuff. We tried to look for his lens before, the bell rung for us to line up in our lines for our classes or whatever. We didn't end up finding a lens. So I'm heated, like, yo, okay, since you want to mess with my brother, I'm going to mess with your sister. This is how we going to do this. We going to play this game like that. So we get in class, and then, these days, you know how, like, the teacher walk all the kids to the classroom, to the bathroom. So the teacher walked us to the bathroom. So I tell her, and it's another girl, like, let's stay in the bathroom. We wait till the teacher leave. So I'm going to just state that Brianna had already got me in trouble before, so I was super heated about that too. I had, like, those little booklet diaries that you can get from, like, the beauty supply store that rip, like, super easy. But Brianna had wrote the B word in one of those books, and then the teacher ended up taking it, and when the teacher asked who wrote it, she said it was me. And I got in trouble because it was my book. So this was just like the topping on the cake. Like, your brother messing with my brother, so I'm going to mess with you. So the teacher take us to the bathroom or whatever. Said, let's stay in the bathroom. So we're in the bathroom, and I'm like, look, since your brother likes to mess with people, I'm going to mess with you. Like, I can't fight your brother. Like, I'm little. I argue with him, or I can't really physically fight your brother because he's like in 8th grade, and I'm like in like 1st or 2nd grade or whatever. So I'm gonna mess with you. And your brother broke my brother lenses, and like during my class, my brother ended up coming to my classroom and was like, did you find my lens? And I was just like, no. And when he told me that, it really got me heated. So when the teacher took us to the bathroom, it was on and popping, like. So we get to the bathroom, and I told her, put your head in the toilet. So she didn't do it. So I flushed the toilet, so the water spinning in a circle. I say, now put your head in the toilet. She didn't do it. She's like, no, I'm not going to put my head in the toilet. I'm like, I'm giving you the opportunity to do it by yourself, or I can put your head in the toilet. So I flushed the toilet again and put her head in the toilet. First of all, I don't condone anybody to do something like this. Like, this is not okay. But for the simple fact of that her brother was picking on my brother this whole day, and he broke his glasses, and he was saying he's gonna fight him and all of this stuff. I didn't care. Like, I'm sticking up for my brother, and I know y'all might be like, okay, well, why did you go for his sister? Because his brother came for my brother, so I'm gonna go for your sister. Like, I can't go for your brother. Like, what do you mean? So I'm gonna go for you. So she went crying to the teacher, and she told me and all of this. So, my mom was like, when you get home, I'm gonna whip you. So, okay, well, since I'm gonna get a whooping while I'm at home, I might as well act up on a bus. So I get on a bus, and his brother's still talking all of this stuff. And this time my uncle kicked me off the bus again because I had ended up jumping over the seats. Like, I had to sit in the front. Like, I was one of those kids that had to sit in the front of the bus because I was bad. And he was sitting in the back, and he was still talking, and, I still fight him. He broke my do-rag, do. So I got up, and I jumped across the seat, like, you gonna stop talking, shorty. Like, now I feel like you think you punking somebody. Like, so I jumped over the seat. So basically, when I got home that day, I ended up getting a whooping. from my mama and my grandma for putting Shorty head in the toilet. But look, if somebody messing with your sibling, and okay, you're a female or you're a male, and somebody messing with your sister. I can't use it for a male because even if you're a little boy, I can't use. But if you're a female and somebody messing with your older brother and you know your brother or even your sister and they not a fighter and you like, okay, well I can't fight you because you know you grown, I'm underage or whatever. Like, we're gonna use this as an example because I'm kind of sounding a little like Monia. No, you just did it. Okay, so which I did, but like, okay, so we're gonna be like, we're gonna say this. We're gonna be like, say this is Bob and this is Billy. You know you can't take on Billy. You know that. But you can take on Billy Bob right here because Billy Bob is the same height as you. Billy Bob is their brother. So I can't fight you, but I fight your brother. And that's kind of like how it is. Like, even these days, like, technically, if a grown person try to fight a 16-year-old, I can't fight you, but I get my sister to fight you because y'all the same age. Like that. So it was like, okay, my brother, I can't fight you, but your brother messing with my brother, so I'm going to mess with you. And maybe you will get your brother to okay, if Monia stop messing with Monia's brother, so Monia will stop messing with me. Like, my brother was not a fighter. He wasn't an arguer. He didn't do that. That wasn't his character. But it was mine. You know, like, I didn't go around putting girls' heads in the toilets for no reason. That was the only time I put a girl head in the toilet. And that's because her brother broke my brother glass lens. He broke his glasses. Like, he tried to punk my brother. He said he was going to fight my brother. So if you messing with my brother, I'm going to mess with your sister. Like, it's just that simple. I can't fight you, so I'll fight her. Or I can't mess with you, so I mess with her. It's kind of like that. Like, I didn't like that. You know, and that's why I say I don't condone in anybody doing something like this. I don't even condone in fighting because that's not cute for any girl, even if you ugly. You should not fight, you know what I mean? Like, it don't matter. Like, you should not fight, for real, because for what? Like, what are you going to fight for? You're going to mess up your face, and you're going to be popped for a couple days, and all of that. So, I do not think it's cute that I did it, even though I giggle about it now, because I'm like, dang, I was, like, real childish. But you got to think, I was in, like, 1st or 2nd grade. But then you got to think, like, Monia, why would you think to do something like that in your 1st or 2nd grade? That was the only thing I could think of. Like, Shorty had already got me in trouble by her saying the B word, and then she blamed it on me. And then it turned around that your brother thought he was going to pick up my brother, and nothing was going to happen. After that, I swear to God, they didn't ride the bus ride. Like, they switched bus routes. Like, they did not use my uncle's bus route. And my uncle was, like, really mad. You know, is your Monia acting up on a bus? But they call me Nene. Like, Nene acting up on a bus. And, you know, she picking on kids. And I wasn't picking on nobody. But I'm not going to let nobody pick on my brother. And I know my brother not a fighter. So, yeah, I jumped over the seat. And what? But... yeah, I swear to God, I'm not crazy like that. It's just like, don't mess with my family. You know what I mean? Like, you go crazy when somebody try to mess with your family, and that's just what it was. But anyway, I would never do anything like that again. I don't think it's cute to put girls' heads in the toilet. And I would not influence any young girl to put anybody's head in the toilet on a serious note. Because seriously, that's nasty. It's a toilet. People pee, people poo, people with their booties there. That's not cute. It's not okay. And even me looking at it, I giggle. Because it's like, dang, I really did something like that. And that's so nasty and it's so tragic. But serious note, if I could go back, I probably, when I had to put her head in the toilet, I probably wouldn't even mess with her. I'm lying. I would have. But I wouldn't have had to put her head in the toilet. Because when it comes to my family, don't mess with my family if you're not ready for that wrath. You know what I mean? That's for anybody. I mean, like, not like anybody want to mess with my family. But that's just like, you know, anybody with their family. Like, nobody gonna let somebody mess with their family and not do anything about it. But, like I said, I do not think it's funny. Like, that I was so tragic to do something like that, you know. I giggle because it's like, Monia, you was so ratchet. You was in 1st and 2nd grade. Ratchet. Why would you do that to her? But her brother messed with my brother, so it is what it is. So, you guys, I'm finna go try to put these babies to sleep because it is 1:25 in the morning. And I don't know why they be trying to kick it with me, like, but anyway. see y'all in my next video.